Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. If you're looking for one word, or one verse I should say, to summarize all of the book of Leviticus, it can be found in chapter 19 and verse 2 in our reading today, where it says, "You shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy." And this is also quoted by the Apostle Peter in his epistle in 1 Peter. But basically, this is a call for the people to be different than the other people who they were about to be around as they went in to take possession of the land. The Lord was about to give them the land that he had promised Abraham. And this was going to be their inheritance, a land flowing with milk and honey, an abundant land, a wonderful land that they could live in. But while they're living in that land, there was the danger of them being influenced by the inhabitants there. The Canaanites at that time were very much involved with idolatry, and in connection to that, sexual immorality, also offering up their children to this god Molech, so killing their own children, just a whole lot of evil things, evil practices that they were involved in. And the danger was, as the Israelites were making their way into Canaan, as they were gaining more and more ground, and as they got deeper and deeper into the land in the midst of this people, that they would be influenced by them, and they would lose their special identity before God. And so the book of Leviticus, particularly the section that we're talking about today, would really emphasize to them, you guys are holy. You got a holy temple in your midst. You're offering these holy gifts and offerings to the Lord. You got a holy priesthood, but then also you got this holy conduct, this holy lifestyle that you would be having as you're living in the midst of these people. And this would be very important to have impressed on their minds even before they go into the land. And as we think about this experience of the Israelites, we can kind of relate with what they're going through, even as 21st century Christians today. Because we too are told that we are going to inherit the earth. That one day we will take possession of the entire earth. The new heavens and the new earth, the redeemed earth, the glorified earth, is going to be ours to possess at the end when Christ comes again and the resurrection takes place. And so this earth really will one day be possessed by God's people, to be inhabited by God's people. His glorified ones will be living in the midst of this land. But before that happens, and as the kingdom of heaven is making more and more ground on the earth and making the way for that to take place, we too are like the Israelites in the midst of people who have a different type of lifestyle and a different approach to life. We could call them the people of the world, or the people of the earth. We are people of heaven. We are citizens of heaven. We are people who walk according to the Spirit, in step with the Spirit, in line with God, living for a heavenly country to come. And so as that is true, we are set apart. We are different than everyone else. But we have the same call, as mentioned before, as Peter said, to live a holy life in the midst of a world that is corrupt, that oftentimes follows after the wrong things, and to live a different lifestyle than everyone else. And oftentimes the world follows after idolatry, just like the Canaanite people did. They may not bow down before wooden statues or stone statues, but they have the God of power, pleasure, possession, things along that line. And we can be tempted to follow after those same gods if we're not careful. Also, the world around us is involved in sexual immorality. That's become very rampant in our society in this day and age. But as you go back and look at history, it's really nothing new. If you really do some digging and see what was going on in past generations, it was almost just as bad as it is today. But nonetheless, it still is very prevalent in our society. Maybe with technology, it's a little bit more prevalent, but we as God's people are to live a life that is holy. We are already holy because we're sprinkled with the blood of Christ, and nothing else makes a person holy is that. We are connected to the heavenly temple, which is also holy. We are connected to a very holy high priest, Jesus Christ himself. We have the Holy Spirit living within us. We've talked about that in a previous devotion. We are very holy people, but we're also called then to respond to being a holy people by following that up with holy conduct. And remembering that we're not a part of this world. We're different. We're set apart. And the Lord is calling us to live a life that is different, that is set apart, in preparation for what he's going to do for us in the end. So as we do our reading today and we read all these different laws and commandments and everything like that, let's have it impressed on our minds, just how holy God was, or what a holy life God was calling the people to be, and be inspired ourselves to live a holy life before God as we live in this world that oftentimes is filled with wickedness and corruption and things along those lines. So with that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. I hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.